We got a fully involved building under construction at this time, 5 stories. It's fully involved with heavy winds. The building's collapsing as we speak. This is a fully involved structure fire.
It became a major event for the city as a whole. So it wasn't just Kingston Fire and Rescue or Kingston Police or EMS. It was actually the whole city called to task to deal with this emergency. So we activated our Emergency Operations Center, the hub of where resources and support is for the site. This fire involved everybody, police, EMS, all the emergency services were down there. We set up an incident command post down at the site in which we worked in concert with everybody down there. One of the issues we had is police had to look after crowd control and maintain the security of the site.
We have heavy flames and smoke visible from the top of the truck. We're going to try and take a hydrant. We're going to require KPD on scene.
Heavy smoke and flame, contacting KPD.
When we arrived on scene, we knew right away we augmented this call to a full callback. We knew the size of this fire was going to be immense and that we needed every resource available and all boots on the ground, so to speak. Initially, when we first responded, we were setting up water supply and doing an evacuation of the immediate area. And we were trying to confirm at that point whether the operator of the crane was still on the crane or if he was down.
We got a guy out at the end of this crane. This crane's fully involved in fire at this time. We need a crane here to pick somebody off.
The closest crane that we could get that would be that size, that was able to reach, that we could find, was in Ottawa, and that was going to take substantial time to get here. So then we looked at the alternative of the Sartex from Trenton. 15 minutes after that, we had a helicopter in the air responding to come and do the rescue. Then we turned our focus on the crane and the imminent danger the crane had of collapse.
We called in some of our surveyors from our engineering department and started to take some actual survey shots of the crane in order to establish how it looked in three-dimensional space. There was actually a lean and a twist to the tower crane. We knew that there was certainly an elevated level of risk that tower crane could collapse. And of course, a collapse of that tower crane could cause additional damage in and around the fire site and some of the adjacent properties. So one of the things that we did with our GIS group was to look to identifying the location for that tower crane, plotting it on a map, and then trying to depict what the fall zone for the tower crane could be, so we could geographically understand what the potential impact zone for that crane falling and what impact it could have.
So on the day of December 17th, we were called to the Emergency Operations Center to provide the Municipal Control Group with situational awareness. So the GIS is actually provides a picture of the incident as events are unfolding. The locations of critical infrastructure were presented on the screen for our Municipal Control Group to make decisions about how to handle the incident and how to respond. Water lines, the gas infrastructure, the sewer infrastructure, the locations of people and different land use information. We are using this to sort of plan how to, where to respond, where roadblocks were set up, where the evacuation zones were, and as the event was sort of unfolding and as we were responding, the evacuation zone would be shown, the progress through responding to the event. The evacuation zone and roadblocks, that shape of that response would change as we were dealing with the event.
Working with our colleagues in Public Works, since all of that water that was being used to fight the fire was basically freezing on the roads and starting to inhibit some of the catch basins from actually allowing that water to drain away. Of course, that was an issue in terms of trying to make sure that the appropriate supplies and equipment could get to the fire site.
You see all the fire and the front end stuff, but there is a ton of work and a ton of resources that are deployed and managed in the background, from the social media feeds to everything in between, and that's what the EOC was about.
It was certainly a busy afternoon. More personally for me is a great amount of pride that I have for my colleagues in the Public Works Services Group. To see people that were willing to put their own safety at risk to do the work that was required was a very large moment of pride for myself, and I think we'll take that away as good lasting memories for the kind of work that our emergency services group can do.